Perfect. Let's get it. Let's get a screen shared. Let's get some tunes playing. Let's take a look at some of this fuckery. I don't know yet. I'm hoping she's okay. She's at the doctor's. I got the kids. I got my boys watching the daughter right now. So thank you guys for asking. I appreciate y'all. You guys are the real deal. So we're gonna start off with just some liquidity. Seeing out, how BTC grabbed the liquidity, provided a kind of a weak bounce. We played it. We tried to play it yesterday, but fuck, man, it just that sell off just did not stop. So let's take a look at like some higher time frame liquidities building up right around 103, which is our target for any long that we take. We're looking at TP and at like 103, 104. It's just there's no signs yet that we're bottoming. Reversals were printing nonstop on lower time frame. So now we will jump to actual chart. So this was played this morning. It's also the same trade that Mouse took. If anyone executed on that, we did get the 30-minute bullish divergence. We played the weekly POC. It's looking a little sketchy. Probably going to get stop break even on this, and we could look to start looking for longs even deeper. It's not an easy task when we are literally trying to catch bottoms, right? Like we longed here, we were stop break even. I think we longed again either here or here, and we were stop break even. I mean, that's just the name of the game when we're trying to catch bottoms. Fumbled the fucking short, which was looking at it now pretty shitty. Since we were looking to reshort a little bit higher, which is our TP targets. I'm not. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'll let you guys know right now. I could be completely wrong on looking for longs consistently. It's just these shorts are just so. They're so. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's more like a gambling side that is just not for me because our invalidations are really wide, right? Like, I mean, you could have said, hey, I'm gonna do a 1% invalidation. This is pretty deeper too, and then this one would be 3. It's just too wide for me. When you're looking at the RR, we're like, okay, where are we expecting? I mean, the RR is just complete shit. So that's why I'm still actively looking for longs. Hopefully Wednesday can provide us a much better bounce. So this is what we're actively looking for in this purple area. It's a 2% area for us to play any bullish divergence on the 1, 5, 15, and 30. The pattern will not change. So it doesn't matter that I'm on the 30. It would look like this. It would look like this on the 15. It would look like this on the 5. It would look like this on the 1. It does not matter. It's the same pattern. Price makes a lower low. RSI makes a higher low, giving us that W for wealth group and printing us that bullish divergence. Um, we could start targeting liquidity if you want to lock in profits, which would be highs, highs, highs. For me, it's just going to be your fib extensions, your fib TPs, and then moonbag targets for higher. That's the plan. Tomorrow markets are closed. Thursday are for shorts, so that kind of makes sense if the market's closed tomorrow. I mean, anything could happen. But they gave my wife a shot in her ass. What the hell? Okay. Fucking that came out of nowhere. So that's the plan on BTC. Now that Mouse is back, I mean, pretty much every BTC, ETH, BNB, Doge, Pepe trade that I would take, we are identical traders. I've been working with Mouse for over a year now. I mean, literally, our trades are identical at this point. Let's get to some questions now. Yes, I do. I do swear in front of my kids living. I don't sugarcoat life for my kids. I got to get them prepared for the real world, not rainbows and butterflies. even though that's what I'm trying to provide them. Yeah, I'll take a look at any altcoins that you guys are looking for. I just wanted to get the main um trade idea for BTC. Now, when we talk about this for BTC, that would also mean that I'm actively looking for longs on alts, but I always like to do BTC first. That's just the way I've operated for 4 years. I like to play BTC first, and then alts. Sometimes we could miss the trades on alts doing that, but it's provided me the most profitability, and definitely not getting into alts too soon. Kind of like what we got to see yesterday. I was actively looking to try to catch BTC. Once I caught BTC, then we were looking at alts, but then the BTC trade just got stopped out break even, which would invalidate me looking for longs on alts. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Key. We'll do chart request here shortly. Yeah, we just gonna have to do you're just gonna have to add ETH there. A and M. So the market is not closed tomorrow. I was gonna look that up anyway, so it doesn't. Yeah, we could look for alts as long as like I want to see BTC, the 30-minute div is confirmed. So we would be actively looking for alt longs. It's just the problem is with New York Open, it kind of gives us a clear direction on what the market is going to do for the day, right? New York Open, if we pump, we should see continuation on pumps. If New York dumps, we should see continuation on dumps. That is like the trend that I've been seeing, and the trend we only got like I think it was a couple New York Opens where we pumped for New York Open and then we were good. We pumped for New York Open, then we were good. This weekend move that we seen just got fully fucking retraced. It just got wrecked. But if we look at what was it yesterday, New York Open, right here, right? So New York Open, what'd we do? We dumped on New York Open, and that's what happened. So I'm kind of waiting for to see if we could clear. Here, let me clear out this chart. I know it's dirty as hell. What I would really like to see for our longs to this long, mouse is long to print, which I'm in as well, is this. This is extremely important. If BTC could get this going, then this is like my cue for us to start looking for alts. BTC right now is still on the table. This long, I'm not gonna play these POCs, but it would be these now. This long is still on the table. We are not out of the water yet on BTC. So this would be my cue to get into longs for a safer long entry, right? I'm not saying that longs or alts right now are not in juicy areas, but even some of them are getting stopped out break even too, which is why we will transition over to. I'm not gonna go in order, Mick. I'm gonna go right to Doge, because Doge was very, very important yesterday, and I hope some listened that it looked like shit. Doge looked like absolute shit yesterday when we were here, right? And what did I say? We talked about that there's thin fucking air all the way down into 35, 34. We all wanted to play 35, stop break even. We wanted to play 34, it was stop break even, right? Now with Doge, what we're looking for is lower. Just this is going to have to be a much tighter trade. Let's go over here. All right, so let's pretend that we sweep this, and then we use like this value area high as our support. Here, let me add an alert here. So this is our main area that we'd be looking for. I mean, you could play the value area low in like a sweep of these guys, but then I just feel like if that was to happen, we're just gonna tap that and bounce. So Doge right now is like 33. We're looking for 33. We lose 33 and do a bearish retest with a break of a bullish divergence, then we're looking at 32. This is a significant level. What you could see Why I would rather just do 2 trades instead of one is I will cut the trade if any div is invalidated, and then I'd gig along this. Because you could literally see this in the V-shaped recovery. Like a wick. Just a fucking crazy wick on Doge. But no money lost, no money made. In my books, that's a good day. So this is Doge. We tried to play it, stop break even. So many break evens recently that my account did take a hit because of fees. It's part of the game. Part of the game. Go to ETH now. So ETH is still playing and flirting with all these POCs that we were looking to play here. Is this trade still valid? I'm not in it. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not in it. Depending on where you DCA'd, where your entry, I would assume most people would have been stopped out break even. And now we're playing catch up or hopium, where we could maybe catch something like this a little bit lower, 32. I think Aztecs, I think Eli is looking for this area as well. So that was great confluence with amazing traders. Fuck. It's already starting to break market structure is what I'm looking at right now, right? So we're making higher highs, kind of making lower lows. We're printing this, flag. Let's see if we could do this. If we do this, then we already know what's going to happen and we can target there. I mean, ETH's pretty simple. This was our original trade. And if you're holding on to this, and your stops are break even, I really hope this is a juicer and we don't even get filled. I'm rooting for you. This is a sweaty ass trade. It's a very wide area to DCA. And your invalidation's pretty deep. Kevin, you are part of the 5 percentile in retail trading. 95% of retail traders are not profitable. Those stats, Kevin, looks like a profitable trader as long as your risk is managed. I hope this one fills in some void for anyone that's playing ETH. Bullish biased. I always want to make that very clear. My largest spot holding is ETH. And pretty much all my on-chain is fucking ETH related as well. All right, let ETH to new all-time highs, please. Just manifest it. We gotta do more doodles. The doodles never lie. There you go. That's what we need. That's what we need. I'm not doing the doodle. No, fuck this one. I don't want this one. Let's remove that. I'm joking, but sometimes this happens. You don't have to, we don't look at like each individual one, right? Like I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna DCA here. No. The easiest way to do this for me is it's just my area of interest. All I care about is the first POC and the last. I don't care that we bounced off the 2 week. All I'm looking at is this cluster of POCs can be looked at as major support, possibly falls in line with trend lines. This probably even falls in line with like Elliott waves. Also supply demand, etc. Fuck, we're breaking down, aren't we? All right. We're breaking down. All right, so we'll move on to Sol. There we go. I mean, this is technical analysis that we drew up on the fly from yesterday. We were hoping this would hold. We did get some reactions. So this is how we are able to try to snipe entries, stop losses, break even, and either let the trade fucking ride and print, or we get stopped out, break even, and then we look for our next area of interest. Worked out pretty well. Let's see what the RSI is telling us. There's no bullish divergences on the 30. I'm sure there is on the 5 or 15. I would be surprised if there is not. So we printed one here. We got an instant gratification div sweep on this. And we also got one here as well. The indicator does not register it, but the price did make a lower low. The RSI did not. In my eyes, that is a divergence. Just the time frame to find it might be a little challenging. This looks good, man. This looks good. So it looks better than pretty much anything else that we've looked at so far. We really don't need any of these squigglies. The doodles never lie. These are still valid levels that you could play again with divergence. I will pull my fibs like this. There you go. So this is the current intraday trade on Sol. If you're feeling a little ballsy and would play Sol over BTC. Our BTC broke below the orb. All right, so possible downside in the market on BTC with New York Open. We need to reclaim 94.5. I'm sorry, I'm looking at another chart. So here, I'll add an alert here at like 195, and then we'll add an alert here. Because like this trade, I'm not in this trade either. Let's just say it was stopped out, break even somewhere. I don't know where, but let's just say it was. I focused on BTC majority of yesterday. So this is our first trade intraday for Wednesday on Sol. And then I would sit on my hands if we lose 193. If we see something like this and the divergence is broken, this trade is getting cut at break even or for a slight loss. And then I would look for a new div here. That's how this is going to be played out. So we have two potential longs on Sol. This is a get. You know what? Let's do. I'm going to post Sol limits. Let's add to our 110 Sol. Let's fuck up that P&L card. Let's make it. Let's increase it. I'm going to post Sol spot limits at 191, 186, and 181. Yep. We're going to do that. I'm going to post those Sol limits after we end the stream. It will be spot, guys. It will be spot. That way I don't have to worry about monitoring the RSI. What's next? True Blue. Let's take a look at True. Oh, whoa. All right, let's take a look. Let's clear out this. Alts are getting fucking cooked. I don't know. These trades are just so wide. Some of these alts just have no respect for the TA. It's sometimes pretty difficult. That's really, really wide. Hold on. There you go. That's easier. That's better to do it that way. All I'm trying to do is make our areas of interest tighter. There you go. And then let's do a short too. It might be a little too soon to do this because there's no bottom that's formed yet for us to pull our extensions, but it looks like we lost a very significant area that should have held. It just provided, I mean, it sliced through these POCs after this here. Once there was no more POCs to hold this price up, that's why we just kind of, I don't even know what we bounce off of. So seeing shit like this, I want to see a POC here. Wait, there might have been. Hold on. No, there wasn't. So when I've noticed like coins just do whatever the fuck they want and they don't respect like the TA, they don't respect the POCs, that type of business. I kind of, it turns me off a little bit on it. Um, so for True, you have two areas that you could try to snipe an entry with. I mean, we're setting up for a reversal on the 4 hours, which is pretty nice. But you're gonna be looking for that bullish pattern here between like '07, like 7.2 to 6.9. So like something like this RSI, not on the 4 hour. I don't really like to play 4 hour unless you're like doing spot. But then your 30-minute will look like this. 15.35. 1 minute probably would stay away from 1 minute divergences on an altcoin like this. The volume is extremely low. All right. So you got to keep in mind that you're playing a very illiquid coin right now, and you could get some big fuckery moves, something like this. You know, like that's a 13% 4 hour candle. Like unless you got like a gambling itch that you got going on, this is something that I would stay away from until we can start seeing some volume pick up. Volume can pick up on bottoms too. It's not just when a coin is ripping where you'll see an increase in volume. When we're forming bottoms like this area here, we could see a spike in volume. That would be your key. Like, all right, cool. We have a lot of buyers here. That should start taking control of this coin and start pumping it up. We want to get in early before the pumps, but we still need to make sure that we pay attention to how illiquid the coin is and how much money is going through it in a 24-hour period. So yeah, I'm not trading this, but you'd want to put your alerts like right above, like right at 7.5. Monitor this coin while we're getting approaching these POCs to execute your bullish divergence. Cool. Cool. Yeah, all these got wrecked. Pretty much, like if you look though, right? Like this one to this one, you would have been stopped out break even. Here, this one to this one, you would have been stopped out break even. Then we sit on our hands and wait. Oh man, looks fucking brutal. So Tia, what you need Tia to do is reclaim these daily POCs at 465 to 467. And then like you don't want it to make any new lows, right? Reclaim, and then you can start looking at targeting these old POCs and flip those. If we do the like kind of like what's going on right now, this bearish retest could provide a more bigger sell-off to around 4,250. This is extremely wide as well for you to play as one trade. I would divide this up into two. Kind of not the right way to do it, but we want to try to keep it as tight as possible. So alerts here on Tia. Staying away from it for now. Still amazing volume on Tia, regardless if sellers or buyers. It is a hot coin and something that does respect TA. A lot of break evens yesterday, though. Well, I'm hoping that changes. So Tia right now, there's nothing to go off of until we can reclaim these, and then your trade would look something like this. This would be a chasing type trade, and then you'd use your invalidation below the lows. RR on this is not the greatest. I mean, your liquidity probably lies here and then here. So if we could get that pump, then your RR turns into a great trade. As of now, it's just too high risk for me. Down here looks great. We talked about 420 yesterday, right? Yeah. For some reason, 420 was what we were looking for. What's next, guys? What's next? Tau. I posted a Tau spot limits. We were stopped out, break even. I want to apologize because we did catch a fucking 20-something% move and we didn't take any TPs. That is not my goal on spot. We do 20% moves on perps. I'm looking for like 3-digit moves if I'm going to be trading spot. I'm just being honest with you. So we did get stopped out break even after a 20% move. I posted new Tau limits. These are my 4 areas that I'm bidding, and I'm actually allocating 20% this time, not 10. That way I can take partials. I will take partials next time because like I'm doing this for me, but then if I'm posting the trade, it's at the end of the day, it's for you guys, and I want to see your ports compound. So what we'll do is like when we get filled, if we get filled on this, I will look to take partials. Like I'll shave 20% off. You know, we'll shave 20% off here, and then we could start looking at my main TPs, right? Like 800. What did I put? Like 11 or something like that here. 14 and 16. Cool. I'm doing 20%, so it's just gonna be 5, 5, 5, 5. All right. So I'll do 5% here, 5% here, 5%, 5%. Stop loss is manual. Yeah, when it comes to spot, I'm not gonna. I mean, there is like you know, your traditional type of DCA. Like if you Google it, right? A lot of traders, like I have so many mixed reviews. Like some people like I only do one DCA limit. Other people do like four. They'll do like what is it, 10, 15, what is it, 25 and 35 or some shit like that. I don't know what like the standard DCA. For me, it's I just want to make sure I get filled. Um, this is a big DCA. This kind of feels almost like what I did on ETH, which played out, but um, my targets on this are fucking huge, right? Like 100% and higher. That's that 3 digits that I'm talking about. So yeah, we're just gonna do 5%, 5, 5, 5. If you want it, you could do it whatever way you want. The only difference is if you do bigger bids here at the bottom, or like you do like descending, right? What that would be is your entry is just gonna be better than mine. But the problem is, like, let's just say we do this, and you're only filled, you know, what, 20% out of your 100%, where I would be filled 50%. You see the difference? It's spot. It's just spot. Pepe. Oh, well, there you go. Fuck me. I have not looked at Pepe. I got so many alerts. I miss a lot of this shit. I'll be completely honest with you. Pepe is in a reversal area. We printed the bullish divergence, stop loss, break even. Now we get to play deeper levels if this trade does not work out. So we'll do this, stops, break even, and we will look to play. Let's find a invalidation level. Oof. I don't like to pay attention to like these like sweeps here. I know some traders do amazing at bidding these sweep levels. It's never a guarantee. I'm just looking for where I could invalidate this trade. Oh man, this makes it kind of wide, but all right, so that's what I got cooking on Pepe. Let me add an alert. I will try to take this if we can get filled on BTC and put in profit. This is a pretty tight. If I did this, I just feel like this is too tight. If you guys like that, you know, if you guys want to make it 3%, okay. Buy area is here though. It's not the purple. Fuck. We needed to bleed. We need the RSI to look like this. That's what the RSI, that's what the price. This is what we need. So it's too early. It's too early to tell. Right now on BTC, or not on BTC. I'm sorry, on Pepe. You really want to see these pox hold here. If we lose these, then I'm definitely gonna try to play 17. This all right. So this I'm gonna add more than one alert. I need to get alerted on this. All right. So the reason why I get more why I get excited for this versus some of the other coins is if we could flip these Pocs that are supposed to be holding as support, we have nothing but thin air all the way up to 20. That's why there is a substantial amount of upside as long as these POCs hold. So big RR on this. This is a coin I'll play on the alt account and risk like 5%. All right, this is definitely on the radar today. If anyone played these levels and like I don't want to FUD you out. I hope you fucking absolutely print and I never get filled. I'm completely okay with that. I'm rooting for you. Damn, I really like Pepe though. ENA, we're bouncing off some POCs now. We are printing 30-minute bullish divergences. Sucks that this happened because it would have been a stop break even based off my strategy. Once we printed the bullish divergence on this candle here, you would have put stop loss break even and you would have been stopped out break even right here. Unfortunately, that's what happens with this strategy. Sometimes it saves us. Sometimes we do miss the opportunity on the move. At the end of the day, the goal is not to lose any money. As long as you don't lose any money, then making money becomes a little bit easier because you're not digging yourself out of a fucking hole. So for now, as long as nobody's in ENA, I don't want to fudge you out. I would love to see these POCs get lost, and then we form another 30-minute bullish divergence with these bad boys, and then we punt along to ride till tomorrow, Tuesday. We could play it really tight. We could play it, or we could play it tight. We could play it wide. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we'll just do two. We'll do two on this one, and then we can look and play. So you're going to get an overlap. That way, at least we could try to snipe it and get a better RR. But there's so many levels. See the difference with ENA versus Pepe? See how there's just so much. Like, even if you catch a bottom and you put your stops break even, we need just to fucking start flipping shit. Like, this is what you'll start to need. Where Pepe, which just there's nothing for it to block Pepe. Here, let's add. I like ENA, tons of volume on ENA. We'll do this. So we'll look for this trade too, guys. Just looks like another day of fucking break evens, man. I'm sorry, I'm missing so many questions. Let me stop TA real quick and let's start doing let me take a look at these questions. That's correct, Marty. RSI is just not making sense right now. Why can't we play the sweep here as a new trade? I don't play sweeps. I play POCs. That's why. That's the only thing. I mean, if we have POCs right below the sweep, like here on ENA, you could play this. But so it's just so tight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do this to this. I mean, I guess you could. That seems like it's forcing it. Look at the RSI compared to the price, right? We wouldn't need 2% to invalidate this trade. This trade would get invalidated before 2%. So it's harder for me to judge, like, put size correctly on this position. Like this sweep right here. Like if we're going to print the 30-minute, what do we got? You literally have 11 minutes for this div to print. That, right? So that would be it. It's just not my style. That's fucking great. That's the only time that you'd play sweeps though, right? Is when we have POCs. If there was no POCs here, there's no bids for me. Can you please explain the stop break even strat? No. It's not a that's part of my strategy. The way that we do it is once we get our whatever divergence that we were predicting. So we were predicting what? A 30-minute divergence with a lower low here. So we wanted to see the price drop low, grab these POCs and pump. Once we get the bullish divergence confirmation, that is my sign to say, hey, the trade that we were playing is confirmed. There's nothing else to play now unless we get a new peak, which is exactly what fucking happened. So that's where in the moment we add our stops break even. Yesterday when we were on stream and I was executing BTC, I was playing 1 minute bullish divergences. I don't know if anyone caught that, but every single time we got the 1 minute bullish divergence confirmed, I said, okay, guys, we're putting our stops break even. We can de-risk because we were seeing some pretty volatility yesterday. But that's what I was executing for everyone yesterday on stream was 1 minute divergences. Because we're not streaming for like 4 hours, sometimes these 30-minute divergences could literally take an hour or 2 hours for us to get our confirmation. By then, the stream's over, and I just get DMs like, hey, are we still in this trade? And that's where it's on you to say, did the divergence confirm? Did it break? Did we make a lower low? Did we print a new div? There's a lot of things that we need to look across the board for us to say that, hey, this trade's good. Let's go. Let's leave. We can leave, right? Stop loss, break even. Let's go. Or the trade's still in play. It's just the next divergence is what we're playing. Reasons why I play the 1, 5, 15, and 30. No problem. My pleasure, man. All right, cool. You guys got how we did the pointer. But E&A looks great. If you guys played this sweep, your next level that you'd want to see flip and hold would be 92.79. If we get below 94.54, it's perfectly okay. That means we just get the long lower at 92.37. Oh, fucking whiff. What? Some bullshit. Oh my god. Damn, man. Like I don't know if people look at this like, oh yeah, this was a losing trade. Nah, this definitely would have been stop break even if it was executed on. Fuck, dude. Whiff right now, just turning POCs into resistance. Not what you want to see if you're bullish on whiff. For me, let's see us get below these guys. There is no divergence, so there's no active trade, but these would be your levels to look to execute on your next long. Same setup. I do trade pattern. It might sound like I joke around and I don't trade patterns. We do trade a pattern. The ninjas, myself, the pattern is just a bullish divergence. That's what we play. Yeah, so it's just a standard RSI, and then we have arrow that coded a div indicator, and that's what that is there. The div indicator is included with the POC indicator. Oh yeah, so nothing on whiff. even playing a reclaim and flip at POCs is just fucking so difficult. I mean, here, let's move this out of the way real quick. I guess you could do this. So if we could if as long as we don't make a lower low and we start to see Whiff like do some of this shit sweep here, we could possibly play this. It's just really fucking wide. I would risk way less on this type of setup than I would on this setup here. I'm looking at BTC again, guys. We're ranging on lower time frame. Looks like that div is holding right now. That might be the relief that we need for this market to start moving up a little bit higher. All right, let's take a look. Super. It's in the middle of nowhere for me as of right now. We have POCs that could act as res or flips. But for me, super, very low volume, so we could expect some fuckery on it. And your first... I'm not even going to add an alert. You're setting up for a 30-minute div right now, but you would need to see a very harsh sell-off and another wick like this. So we need to see this get taken out. We do not need to see the RSI make a lower low. That would invalidate this trade, and then it would confirm and validate the next set of POCs, right? So it's all situational. You'd want to see this sweep here, print you a bullish divergence, not this. That's what you want to see on super. For now, I don't even know if this would play out unless BTC rejects here at 95,370 or 95,850. Your continuation play, let's do this. Your continuation play on this would be a little bit more risky because your invalidation is ridiculously wide. Like, that's just not my style. So you could, this one you could wait. You could wait for like new levels to print, right? Especially if we're gonna operate inside of here. If we operate inside here for the day, we're gonna print like new daily POCs somewhere. 2 days, 3-day POCs. Then we could do something like this, bid those, and then use your 4-hour Fibonacci, and then gives you also invalidation. So you do that, just waiting for me, patience. So either here or new levels, reject, and then play the new levels that we print. Oh, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Oh, Dave. Dave. I and J. All right, well, I and J's printing a 30-minute bullish divergence. You kind of have to wait 33 minutes for a confirmation on this. That would have been the trade. I mean, honestly, this is it. INJ's INJ's not going to operate like super, so we don't have to have it as wide. Like this. That. I want to keep it as tight as possible. Maybe the last one will just play really wide. So yeah, you would be, I mean, you'd still probably, we could still have limits up on this. The trade's not invalidated. It's still in play as of right now. Once we get this circle, that's where this trade would then be confirmed. Add your TPs, put your stop loss break even. This is a valid trade as of right now. Kind of one of the ones that you would have synced up with BTC. You played it. You played it. Wait, why is your entry not at the POC though? I'm confused. Are you front running POCs? Fucking demon. You're one of the front runners, the front run gang. Yeah, people can hear me, just not you, it seems like, my friend. Oh, okay. Hey man, this looks great. If you could start getting like higher highs in a market structure break, right? Like we swept those lows. Now you want to see us reclaim and then start targeting here. Probably get like a little scary pullback. And then looks good. I like INJ. INJ Pepe definitely fire. Here, I'm gonna add alert below the low. I don't want to see you get stop break even. I want to see you fucking print. But I would be looking at 2160 to 2120, and then this big fucker here, 3%. It's pretty wide. Yeah. All right, so we got our 11 hour, we got 11 a.m., we got new candles. There's the div confirmed. Yeah, this trade would be stop break even now. Fuck. Stop break even, and then we just gonna play trade number 2. Not too shabby. There's so many levels to play on this. I'd sit on my hands if these trades don't work, sit on your hands and then just wait for this here. Jeez, I don't even want to put that. I know some people in INJ on spot, so I hate even doing this technical analysis. But let's see if BTC can hold here. You guys see what I'm seeing on BTC? This. See, this is what we want. This is what we want. Oh! I fucked up. I put my stop like I got stopped out break even though it wasn't break even. No. I'm not in the trade anymore. Fuck, mouse. I hope you're still in it. No. Damn. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. You're still in? Okay, good, good. I hope you guys are still in. I don't know why. I don't know how I got stopped. Whatever. What's next on the list? INJ. Now we're working on Ondo. Let's go, Mick. We ain't playing, man. We got retail traders sniping shit. Let's fucking go. Would have been a stop break even trade for me on Ondo. I don't want to FUD anyone. I just feel like today we just gotta chill. Almost everything that we're going over just feels so fucking forceful. That could be because of the big sell-off yesterday. Let's see. Jeez, man. Some of these coins you guys really oh, look at that. Some of these coins really put in a lot of fucking work. Oh, got a message from the big boss. Sorry, I just got a text message from John. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, this is so much. This is... No, that doesn't help. I don't really personally me, I don't really like Ondo that much. I could be completely wrong. It's holding this daily at 125. Uh, higher time frame, it swept. Um, I wish I could give you something more, but this is so fucking oversold that probably range. That's like what I'd love to see is just some of this shit. Right? And then what this does is it'll allow us to pull some fibs, bid the new POCs, and then at least we have a clean invalidation. Right now, there's like the only invalidation you could go off of on this trade is literally the divergence. It's just your DCA is you don't have any levels to help to DCA. I mean, like that's if you want, like that's just too tight. Too tight when this coin's doing this type of volume and this size candles. I mean, we're fucking snipers, but we're not miracle workers. That's just too tight, guys. So here with the 30-minute, I mean, if this 30-minute, yeah, this 30 minutes is about to get fucking cooked. If it gets below here, we can obviously expect it to go to at least 122. Probably a knife catch because you don't have div forming yet. So what you'd want to see is this RSI makes a new low here. Sweep, fill. That's the pattern you'd want to play here. Oh man, I have so many one-on-ones today. We're definitely not going to be able to go through all that technical analysis. And you have Tia on there twice as well, Key. This is what you'd be looking at like on Ondo. I don't trade Ondo. I used to. I haven't traded it in a while. I traded it when it was like Ondo for a condo or some shit. That's when I traded it. I don't trade it really much anymore. So this is what you'd be looking like on Ondo. I wish I could give you a better scenario. Because even if you played this and you got your bullish divergence confirmation, you'd have been stopped out break even. The same thing's going on across the board. Break evens fucking everywhere. Directional bias is still like actively looking for longs though. We were looking for shorts when BTC was at like over 100. Now I just don't chase shorts. I'm just still gonna be actively looking for longs. Let's do a couple more and then I gotta head out, guys. We got trainings that we have to do today. Pump, low volume. It's turning POCs into resistance. Not what you want to see if you're bullish. You have some wickless candles here on the 30. I can't believe how fucking low the RSI got on all these coins, even BTC. Like record lows on the RSI. We haven't seen this shit in a long time. I think the market's setting up to melt some fucking faces, but I do not want to get in too early because I play leverage. Spot traders are probably foaming at the mouth right now, buying at some of these prices. So 68, 35, 67, 44 is your first area as long as these POCs continue to reject. Here is a continuation play though. This is probably give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. So what you want to see is a higher high, probably reject, and then bid the retest. That here, let's see. Is there so you have a here, I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna do order blocks. We're pulling a Tariq. There you go. That. So breakout trade. So you have option number 1 if we go higher. If we lose this range, option number 2. Don't give a shit about that OB. I don't care about OBs that much, period. Yeah. Yeah, we'll finish off with B&B. We will finish off with B&B. But this would be decent on comp. Just remember volume. Volume is low. Don't get too horny on that. Oh. Is that why you wanted me to look at B&B? Because we're bouncing off of these right now? Risky. What are you playing these with? A 1? No, you're not even playing it with a 1. Nah, nothing for me. Nothing for me on B&B. Let's see. I'm not sharing. No, fuck a short. Fuck a short. I was gonna say your 2 options. You could short, pretty much the level that we'd be looking the long invalidation above the highs. Target like 674, 656. But let's look at this. Let's see if we can make like a higher high here, and then play the range. Right? Play the range. So it'd be playing like mid-range. Here, sweep, come back down, then send. This is all I have intraday for B&B. If we lose this shit, yeah, that's what I figured was going to be the problem. B&B is just in a big range. I like it. I like it a lot. I've talked about B&B quite a bit. All right, so it's not giving us that higher high yet. So this would be my trigger to play a continuation and a replay the same POCs again. If we lose this, then we could look at 460. Just like, once again, the RSI is not telling us that this is valid to play yet. So there wouldn't be like limits yet. We need to see that bullish formation happen first before we add our limits. We do not just blindly play POCs, okay? No, I'm not. No, there's nothing for me to play yet on BTC again. As soon as Cypress loads this up, the super analysis will be in the recording. All right. Any other questions? Not TA. Any other questions before I head out, guys? You guys, you can also do chart requests and chart ideas too. Yeah, this is recorded. No, Omar, no. So that's the reason why I just never set limits unless it's spot. The way that this strategy works on how we're able to catch like a lot of trades, but a lot of break evens or just a lot of Pico entries where we could print with very minimal losses is because we monitor the RSI when we're placing our limits. Our validation to play POCs comes from the RSI. Our confirmation to add stop loss break even in TPs comes from the RSI. Our invalidation to ignore POCs or cut a trade in a loss or break even or de-risk comes from the RSI. I have no idea if this trade is going to work. That's why there's no limits yet. I'll know better when we're approaching these levels and what the RSI is telling me. The strategy that we play is a reversal strategy. We short in an uptrend and we long in a downtrend, but we wait for our confirmations and triggers to enter in trades at POCs. Because Fibonacci is a retracement tool, a retracement reversal strategy. We tie it in with another thing, which is divergences, which is a reversal strategy. We get our entries from POCs. RSI is fucking goated for any strategy. Any pivots, FEGs, Elliott waves, support, resistance, trend lines, breakout traders, breakdown traders. It is across the board. RSI is probably one of the most powerful tools for traders. No, I'm just using relative strength index, standard RSI indicator, and then we added arrow coded a div indicator that you can overlap with the RSI to get you where it looks like this. Without the div indicator, it literally just looks like this. This is the way I traded for 4 years. I could spot RSI forming divergences a mile away. I prefer my students to learn it before relying on this indicator. I'll let you know right now, because you'll get some crazy shit that the indicator doesn't pick up, especially if you're tunnel visioned on one time frame. No, we're working on an automated system for trading with the indicators though. It is a work in progress. Where we'll have like something like what Aztec has, where it's a buy and sell indicator. We are trying to develop the same thing, but using POCs and RSI. Cool. RSI workshop. I mean, here's the thing. I wish I could teach RSI, but there's no way to teach it because it's just memorizing this. This is what you have to memorize. Like right now, I guarantee you every single ninja will tell you what this is right now. Every single ninja will also tell you what this is right now. Bull div, bear divs. See, like I can't. That's it. There's the RSI lesson. Memorize these patterns. What you want to see is POCs here, POCs here. That's what you want to see. That's literally it. Nah, M for money, W for wealth group. There you go. See how I can't teach it, but what you can do is reps. Memorize this. If you ain't dreaming of divergences, then you ain't doing enough. If you don't see POCs in your sleep, you ain't doing it enough. There was a moment where I was so deep into this shit. I was talking in my sleep. My wife has a video of me talking about bidding a POC with a 30-minute bullish divergence. That's when I knew, okay, fuck, I'm a trader. Hey, Ed, at least you don't see L's in your sleep. Come on, man. Stay positive. You're on the right track. 75% break even. Still profitable trader. We're good. Share the video. Okay, we'll have to. I'll dig for it. It's in the mod chat long time ago. I think that was like 2023, 2022. Thank you, Gummy. That is fucking that is it right there. That is the RSI, what we're looking for. No, Dan, no, no. No, I tried to teach her the trade. She wasn't interested. My kids do. My kids love this shit. All right, guys. So that's gonna wrap up our stream today. I'm sorry I was a little bit late, but I made up for it at the back end. That's what we like to do. Uh, Alerts are set for the coins that we're very interested in. That would be BTC, Pepe, and I think there was one more that we were really interested in. But that's pretty much about it for today. I want to kind of just chill and relax and see what happens with BTC here. We're looking for a continuation play up, or we're looking for a div below. Right now, it's nothing. It'd be kind of more like high risk. Would hate for anyone to get in here, put their stops here, get stopped out, and then this happens. You hear this a lot. And they're like, fuck, I missed the move. Like, you didn't miss it. You got in a little bit too early. You got stopped out, but then you just didn't get back in. Directional bias is up. We are extremely oversold on RSI. So much love to everybody. All the one-on-ones. I'll see you guys here shortly. I add members to the one-on-one section every Friday about 10. I am booked out, but as soon as we move, I'll start doing more trainings in a day. I'll see everyone tomorrow and have a beautiful day. Manage your risk. Play the TA, ignore the noise. Catch everyone later.